Hi, I just wanted to take you through the new swale calculator. It's a lot more powerful than the old one. The first option that you have that's different is you're able to select the number of swales that you want to put on a hillside. So you can select from between 2 to 7. In the real world, you'll probably not go above 5, but these are your choices. You don't have one swale as a choice because if you want to put one swale in on a hillside, it's your business where it goes, and there's no other swale to compare the spacing to. So you're going to need to select some number. Let's take 5, for instance. And you're going to need to measure from the bottom of the hill to the top of the hill, or the available space of land on the hillside on your site if you can't reach the bottom or the top. Let's say 100 meters. Now, this is measured by taking either a wheel or a measuring tape and going out onto the site. And it looks like this. From the bottom up to the top of the site, that's your distance. Now, if you're going off of an aerial photo, that's only going to give you the horizontal distance. So you're going to have to do a little bit of trigonometry. It's explained below to figure out what the distance is on the actual hillside itself. Let's we check out our weather data and we put in a large rain event. So just look for the biggest one on record, and then your swale will be able to hold a very large event. Let's say 35 millimeters of rain. And the length of our swale, let's keep it simple, just say it's 100 meters. Estimated slope, let's just put in 3. And how much runoff there is. Let's say there's a fair bit. We've got 40% runoff on our site. Just hit calculate and blam, you've got your location, your volume, and your cross-sectional area for swales 1 to swale 5. The swale for the bottom one up until the second last one are going to be fairly reliable numbers. Treat the last one with some suspicion. The formula takes a few assumptions that may not actually be the case for your site. So it's assuming that the top of the hill, that's just the end of it, and there's sort of a rectangular catchment area in there. You might have more catchment than that at the top. So you might have more rain coming into the site than just what the calculator tells you is enough. So you're going to have to check this out to be sure on your own to make sure that top swale is going to be large enough to handle the volume that goes into it. What that's going to look like is swale number 1 down at the bottom here, number 2, 3, 4, and 5. And again, with that top swale, you'll have to check the catchment area up at the top to make sure that it is indeed correct so that your swale is large enough to hold it. Now, when it tells you your cross-sectional area for each swale, so say swale number 1, 0.28 meters squared, what that means is the area of your swales, how much water it can hold. And this will be up until the spillway, assuming you have a spillway built in. At what point the water will flow over, that's your area, how much it'll hold. So that can tell you how big to make your swales.